Right. Once I've got rid of the coughing, excuse me, arse, excuse me. Here's a bit of a lesson on SKA, SKA, and playing SKA type rhythms on drum kit. Now SKA rhythms, although I know some people argue the toss, they're essentially the same as reggae rhythms. Not always identical, but often exactly the same. So just so we know what we're talking about, here's some SKA, which we all know. Although you could argue this is reggae too. Where are we? Oh, that's the wrong one. Baggy trousers, that's a classic one. Terrible cough and cold. Bear with me. Just check that you can see the bass drum there. Yes, you can. No, not the bastard. There you go. Basic element of the SKA rhythm is it's what you call a linear pattern. One limb at a time. Bass, hat, snare, hat, bass, hat, snare, hat. Speed it up a little bit. And the count whilst you're doing that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Quite tedious at that tempo. SKA tends to be quite a quick up tempo sort of pattern, so more this kind of speed pass. So you're playing all the ands on the hi-hat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that might be difficult at first. What you could do is play all the quaver notes, learn to, and start accenting the ands. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or putting the hands on a different voice. Got some tambourine here, so we could go 1 and 2 and, so it's this kind of thing. Or put that and beat on the cymbal, the ride cymbal for a change. On the bell of the cymbal. Even on the tom. Again, it's all these have been the same thing. You put your hand, your other hand, that's the original hand, your foot, 4 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's the simplest pattern. Becomes more difficult when you start adding extra bass drum beats. So let's go through some common patterns. Just as with an 8th beat, 8th note pattern, you might have could change that into a SKA pattern. The only difference being I'm only playing the hands on the hi-hat. Other things you might do is there are degrees of volume for the hi-hat beat, the and you can change that. You can make it less or more. You could open your hi-hats more, to give this effect. Or just open them occasionally. Lots of possibilities. Another common trick is to double the beat on the hi-hat. So slowly, instead of this, this. I'll play that faster. Interchanging between those two. It's a nice idea. You could even do it 2 hands if you want. I don't find that comfortable, but it's an option. It's not wrong. More interesting bass drum patterns. What about, we've had this, which has got to be your starting point. Basically any 8th note pattern, any bass drum pattern, you can play it as a SKA. It just might be more difficult. So, and we've also had. So now let's have. Some more speed. I could incorporate all those 3 patterns. A more complicated pattern. Even put them doubles in. Maybe some offbeats with the snare. Remember, that's going. That's your centre of the rhythmical universe for the SKA, as it's for the reggae. Bing, bing, bing. Bing 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 bing. Bing 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 bing. Get with some offbeats in. There's lots of possibilities, but start off slowly. It's not easy to do this, and I'll never forget a lesson I learnt when I was playing a rock and roll beat, which is this kind of thing. And someone said, stick the 1, 2, 3, 4, put the hi-hat in on the and beats. So I tried it and it wasn't poetry. So I'll slow that down. It's a rock and roll type of beat. It's still difficult. So what I'm essentially doing now, whilst it's not the kind of ska beat you'd expect, I'm putting that 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and I'm doing it with my left foot on the hi-hat. 1, 2, and 3. Me, you go. Whoops! So you're not even needing your hand. Good thing to practice, do it left-handed. And right-handed. That's a good exercise. And ideally, you're looking for both to sound the same. Or at least have the facility to make them sound the same, even if they don't sound the same naturally. Because our hands aren't the same. So hopefully that's shed a bit of light on ska patterns, and there's lots of material there to work on. I'll just finish off with a bit more ska, but not baggy trousers. Let's find something of that kind of rhythm. Hope you enjoyed that.